So I lost the party, because we completely forgot to record. Teleportation occurred from the Serenian Empire's base to a research station located in Erether, around the off the borders of the city of Hamar, where the party learned of the last reported possible location of the key artifact that they had been looking for. That being said, on their way there, I kind of found they before leaving, of course, they were informed of the local uh, individuals to maybe not associate with or stay away from, as well as general goings-ons. The party then traveled past Hamar and directly towards Gustav, the nearest town near the last known location of the key artifact. And if I remember correctly, you didn't get there in one day because it's very, very, very far. It's very, very far away.
Indeed.
So, I just need to. Okay. So, thanks to your carriage and driver, traveled all the way there, a couple 100 miles. And yeah, when you woke up, you heard a great and terrible roar that appeared to have come from the north. And with that, the adventure continues.
No, I don't like the sound of that.
Well, whatever the hell it is, it can't be anything good.
Oh joy, the sounds of something I can flatten.
Yeah.
Unironically, yes.
Come on,
Unironically,
let's go kick something's ass as he brings out his Kanabo, puts it on his shoulder, and starts moving that way.
Alright. As you get up and start searching around for the nearest face to cave in, make a survival check. Or a perception check, actually.
yeah.
I'm good at that.
Perception. Coming up.
You know what? Fuck it, I'll do the same.
15.
Natural 20!
Hey!
Alright. Alistair and Zerus, both of you notice it's awfully quiet after. It got very quiet after that. A bit too quiet. Ratchet, you're used to, being on edge, and just a few moments ago before that roar, you were hearing, the usual things, the wind blowing, the occasional animal running past, the pit you set
Wind
up camp
blowing,
in.
birds chirping.
War
imagine
crimes not to be committed. Not, no.
it.
But the moment that roar ended, everything stopped. The wind,
What?
the animals, and it somehow felt
and-
colder.
Ooh.
But only you seem to notice this at the moment.
It's like, just keeping wearing our surroundings, I'm like, Retro to say out loud, I'm like, I think we're in the eye of the storm of whatever made that sound.
I would say with your natural 20, it came from very far away. You don't know if they would be close by.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, it would be a safe assumption just in case.
Yeah, just a tad.
Because, it's not exactly every day that something roars and everything just stops.
Actually, would that roar sound like it was saying like a language, or is it like a straight up like a roar? Like, because there's usually a finite difference.
Yeah, no, that was a. Actually.
Yeah, because if that
Oh,
was
right.
someone shouting
Actually,
something,
right. You have a translator. I need you
Yeah.
to make a wisdom saving throw. Fuck.
Fuck, he's got the power of subtitles. Oh no!
all right, one moment.
You didn't deactivate the subs and realize that the dub was maybe better for this.
All right.
Once per session on that?
Um.
Indomitable?
Yeah, I got a Dominal. I can use that before that. I forgot to restack my Dominal. Let's see. There we go.
Total of
There it is.
25. Okay. So how do I, give me one moment. I just need to pull up something. As the as you heard that voice, it was very how about this? Because you figure it how about this? Because it was very distant, it's like hearing an echo. And you know from your experience with echoes, it usually takes a little bit longer for your translator to to start translating. And a whole moment passes and like, okay, maybe that wasn't an actual language before you are bombarded with visions. You see a symbol. I'll just post it to you and PM it to you. Made of green, stone, and emerald, embedded and engraved with foreign and alien scripture. And I'll just PM it to you. As the center of it begins to, in your vision, releases this luminescent, almost piercing glow. And just as quickly as it appears, it disappears. You, let's see here, would take no man, no. You receive no dread. Fortunately, you succeeded that. Good. Let's see here. Unfortunately, you receive only half damage instead of receiving no damage, as you receive 7 points of psychic damage, enough to kill a normal person who would probably know that language.
All right, so 7 points. So 1, 6, 7. All right, that's marked
It's like a
off.
slight reverberation that probably knocked your head together for you, sort of knocked your head a little bit, and it kind of hurt, but not enough for you to, well, start groveling, since you're with you being tough and all that good shit. But yeah, that's what you notice. That is what you end up learning, and I will PM you the translation as well. In the meantime,
Uh-huh.
everyone else, you then does Ratchet point out the fact that it's not the wind isn't blowing at the moment, or
Yeah, Ratchet would definitely point that out. Be like, being like, the wind has suddenly died down.
I, I don't know about you guys, but I'm fairly certain wind doesn't just stop blowing for whatever reason all of a sudden. I'm no weatherman, but
I'm agreeing with you.
and with such knowledge in mind, I'm gonna do the probably smart thing, and I'm gonna pop my Tacticus Arcanum's Detect Magic.
All right. As you cast your Tacticus Arcanum's Detect Magic, the first thing you notice is the ambient magic. Usually it's this, slight haze that sort of coalesces around, people, and a bit more intensely on people who are magically capable.
Right.
Here, however, you also notice this series of like golden tendrils that seem to latch around you and around the ground, around everything. And every time you move, the tendrils just seem to move as if accommodating for it, like a say a child or reacting to a say their dog moving on their bed or something of the sort.
Do these tendrils have any visible origin point?
From all the way north, and from
Uh-huh.
what you can see, from what little you can see, it doesn't doesn't stop. There is no end in sight.
So, Alistair,
Yes.
you've seen you've seen Xerxes' face look rather grave before.
Mm-hmm.
This is the gravest he. This is about the worst it's ever been.
What's
Tendrils
that? Mm-hmm.
going up.
Which,
Tendrils. Origin point appears to be up north. Can't see the origin point from here though.
The end point.
Yeah. Can't see any end point from here though.
I see. That's not good.
What's worse is that those tendrils aren't just covering us. It also covers this whole swath of land at least, from the
What
looks of it.
color are they?
Hard to hard to say really.
Do you want to try to discern the color?
You know what? I'll give it a shot.
All right.
So what the fuck do I roll to discern color?
For something like this, make for me a Arcana check because it doesn't appear to have one singular color. All
That
right.
is, boy.
You see, it's how do I put this? It's not exactly a color you're familiar with. It's very sort of it's almost as deep and penetrating as the darkest blue, yet as bright and almost luminescent as heavenly gold. Auto character, was it highlighted pink? Fuck.
Oh god, it's highlighter pink, isn't it?
Was it neon pink? I can't remember what the term is. Or neon purple, neon pink. It changes, sort of depending on how you look at it. But it appears to be more in the red-ish color spectrum. That much you red, yeah, between the yellow and blue color spectrum. That much you
Yeah.
know.
It appears to be somewhere between yellow and blue, but it's not a color I'm really familiar with.
I'm guessing it's very deep but very bright, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that about describes it.
And he just starts thinking, can I rack my brain with knowledge from his order?
Make for me a religion or arcana check.
They're all the same, but here we go. Can I use my
Yeah.
one free reroll?
Yes, you can.
Eat.
8.
I mean, it's better.
Hmm. Eldritch signature of this magnitude. The closest thing you can remotely think of would have to be a god. That would have something of this power or magnitude. But that sort of color spectrum, most gods have a color associated with them. Sometimes they overlap, but it's usually easier to discern with the sort of physical tell of the sort of magical residue. In case of Asmodeus, it would be a very orderly spiral, uh, sort of uh, tendrils that would sort of latch onto the ground with these pinpoint, almost intentionally placed spikes that would penetrate the object, though not physically or not physically or literally. It would it would mark its influence in that manner. It's something like this. Yeah, no, that's no god you're familiar with, if it's a god to begin with. Hopefully,
Well,
Oh, he
hopefully the
actually
god is
states
associated with
as
it.
much.
well, hearing that, Ceres is gonna think back to the various different churches that he heard of as he was growing up.
All right.
Let's see
So
what he knows about this, shall we?
Oh,
I
yeah,
take it. I take it this is gonna be the same role, the same choice, effectively. Yeah.
yeah, essentially
All right. Do Arcana then. That is another 16.
they stay consistent.
16. All right. That color. The form it takes can mean a lot of things. Color you're not exactly familiar with, but the form gives you a slight itch in the back of your mind. And the only thing you can think of that would remotely be similar to this would be something chthonic, a subset of aberrations that, whether or not they themselves are divine in nature is unknown, but their history has been, how do I put this?
Bad.
It has consistently been found in every single part of the world in almost different sort of artistic renditions, different styles, depending on the culture, but all is ostensibly the same thing. Something that it's uh, it could be something. It could be Cthulhu. It could be Nyarlathotep. It could be, oh god. It could be all manner of other things. This color you're not entirely familiar with.
Well,
Nyarlathotep, obviously, the color yellow, which, I mean, with thankful. Well, if you were able to see it this way, oh, then you would start bowing. Everyone would be starting to bow or something towards Nyarlathotep if he's done something of this magnitude. If this was, but this isn't the case. This color isn't familiar. This is, well,
I
unfortunately new.
Yeah, I was about to say. And he's just gonna say, well, fuck. Alright. So I have good news and I have bad news.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is the news?
About a 7.
Let's hear it first.
Okay. So the bad news is this is this is likely something related to the likes of Cthulhu, Nyarlathotep, and so on and so forth.
Ooh, what's the good news?
The good news is this is something entirely new, not one of those two. Or any of the other known ones for that matter.
I don't get how that's good news.
Well,
No, wait,
considering,
yes, actually, it could mean that we could get more, warlocks.
well, that, and, we're not on our hands and knees right now.
Or, yeah. Wait, have I ever been in the presence of a Neolithotep warlock?
Make for me. Actually, let me just roll here. I mean, you thought one of your teachers was a Nyarlathotepian warlock, but no, he just had the natural sort of aura of he had a natural presence to him. So he was just a warrior who just knew about Eldritch entities and taught you how to
Hmm.
just identify them. Which, if he were here right now, he'd probably be berating you.
Would probably be stuck between berating and likely shitting bricks at the thought of a new one.
Well, yes, but also maybe, yeah.
He's going to pick up his sending stone from his bag, and he's going to contact his higher ups.
All right. Make for me
Hey,
yes.
what?
Oh, go. Sorry. Go ahead. I forgot
Um,
you're in the material plane.
hey, hey, boss. This is Alistair of the Iridescent Knights. We might be dealing with a new Eldritch entity.
All right.
What do we do?
A few moments pass. You're just stuck there. With lack of wind, cold still pressing up against your hides. Just waiting there for a good 15, 30 seconds before you hear uh, basically somewhere along the lines of that they are aware, they don't know what's going on, and until something needs to be done, or to make sure that uh, the general populace is to be as calm as they physically can with this knowledge. If anyone were to ask you, you were to say that this is very likely a surge coming from the local, sorry,
Yeah.
fucking brain.
That this is a local magic surge.
No, not a local magic surge. It's let's see here. You pop something. Yeah, damn it. Why is my brain doing potato things? Now is not the time. Now is definitely not the time to be doing this.
Maybe you should. Well, Auntie, have you ever tried replacing your potato for an actual brain?
You
I
know
do,
how hard
but
it is to get a brain in
but
this
then it just runs
economy?
out.
Oof.
I do,
No,
but
do
then
you
it
know
always
how hard it is to get a brain in this economy?
exactly. And I had one for a moment, and then it just ran out of my skull the moment I tried to wire it up, screaming. I don't know why, but it's okay. All right. You are to say this appears to be a harmless, but certainly noticeable uh, effect, sort of a wild magic surge that appears to be striking many ley line areas.
He repeats it to everyone.
That, you know,
And he also asks, because let's face it, it's kind of in his job description. What do you want us to engage? Over.
no. Continue with whatever you're doing. If you find yourself in a public area and somebody recognizes your position, and your rank, you are to repeat the same thing. That it appears to be a wild magic surge affecting most of the ley lines, but it is completely harmless.
Roger, over and out. And he repeats that to everyone. We are not to engage. All right?
Very well, but if it comes towards me, I'm defending myself with everything I got.
And we like if we are asked, it is a wild magic surge. De-
Affecting the ley lines.
affecting the local magical ley lines.
Yeah. I've actually made a note of that.
Alright.
And we are not to, and we are to walk in the other direction.
Oh, fair enough. Let's leave it be then. Keep going. That is, if everybody's good to go.
Let's go.
Honestly, taking a long way works out. Gives time to work on more things.
Alright. Make for me whoever's driving, make a land vehicles check, and whoever is who's has the map pulled up, pathfinding basically. Excuse me.
What is the
Pull
path?
for me a survival check.
I'm driving, so land vehicles.
Hmm?
Yeah, I think you're the only one in the party who actually has legal proficiency.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. All right. So survival or perception for pathfinding. Yeah.
Survival.
All right. So
As
then,
you're trying to look for local landmarks and associate them with anything.
then that
25.
yeah. Then that on it. 16. That ain't too bad, honestly.
Yeah, I
16.
was about to say, Ratchet, you probably got the higher survival.
Yeah.
So you look around. So first off, Alistair. Despite the situation being, well, what it is compared to what it isn't, and what it should be, your how do I put this? Your driving doesn't seem to be impeded. In fact, you find yourself more focused on the road than usual, almost tunnel visioning at times, forgetting to warm your hands. Sometimes Ratchet has to physically sort of tap you, like sort of shake you a little bit, and have you warm up your hand to remind you to warm your hands. If you were in any other region and doing this barehanded, your knuckles will probably be very, very pink.
Uh, he, like he has his thick leather gloves on.
Yeah, because winter environment, you don't have resistance to cold damage, so yeah, no, you probably don't want to risk that.
And
So yeah,
yeah, and I just wanted to note that obviously Zeros has his cold weather gear on too.
And
Hold on. We need to put some on record.
yeah.
Calls out.
Okay. I was about to say, don't speak for me. I was about to freaking say,
Bring
freaking
your feet over here.
dude. Let me finish. Let me speak. Come on. I know you're having your fun, but let me have mine fun too. Fucking please.
All right.
Jeez, I was about to say, it's like with Ratchet being a literal forge, it's like all he has to do is like things getting chilly, turn it on. Alternatively, he has the freaking environmental property put on thanks to Junior or himself at one
yeah,
point.
yeah. You actually sort of have to like put his when he you remind him to reheat his hands, and there's some noticeable frost buildup around his fingertips. I mean, you kind of have to let him like touch your side a bit to warm up for like a few seconds, like 30 or so seconds
Yeah.
at the very least. So that way he doesn't get too distracted. He can make immediate turns if need be. That being said, Ratchet, you know a lot has changed and a lot hasn't. With your survival check, you're able to pathfind your group towards the city of Gustav, for closer and closer to the city of Gustav, farther and farther away from the city of Hamar. The this those visions, despite being despite the hours that pass by, you can still perfectly recall that sign and those words.
Oh, this the same exact words I saw in that sort of vision.
Yes, the same exact words and the same exact icon or symbol.
Right, I could be
How
like, well,
intricate it was and the
yeah.
details.
Right, I could be like, yeah, that can't be a good sign. Uh, in short, you know how that creature roared?
Yeah.
Well, my translator picked it up and, well, it gave me that exact sign along with that exact wording underneath it.
Do you? What are you doing? Trying to like create Are you doing using like a little spell to create a illusory object or form of it?
Well, I thought you said with the sign, it's like it's the exact sigil that I saw was also shown there, and not just the wording. That's
Yeah, the image flashed in your mind, and despite several hours passing, you can still perfectly recall every single detail.
a little confused because like I thought you said we just came across something that was exactly what I just saw. Like,
Not quite. You just received a vision of that.
okay, I got a little confused. Like,
It's all right.
you
It's all
you
right.
like with the way that you said it, it sounded like we encountered like an exact side post of what I saw. Like
Yeah.
a
To be
middle.
fair, it did kind of the way you phrased that was not the greatest.
Yeah.
What's going on? I literally got on. I got kicked
Yeah.
out.
Able to perfectly. Just some clarification on Ratchet's vision that he experienced.
Yeah, I. Well, it's more like not me asking for clarification. I thought you said we encountered a sign that literally what I saw, but you know
No,
it's.
not quite. No, yeah, you had a vision with
Yeah,
involving that.
yeah, I was aware. I was like, look again. It was just the way you said it. It just what it sounded like. It just I was making mention of it. It's like I don't need to be reminded what I saw. It's just like if I encounter it again, like actually for real, it's like then bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Regardless, I'll be right back. I gotta take a quick bio break.
Yeah, understood. Actually, Riker,
Yes.
what are you doing while inside the carriage?
Against his better judgment, Zaris is gonna check in with where Zaris is at the moment.
Okay, you focus in. Still in the your sort of internal compass still points you towards the direction of Gustav. At the very
Which is
least, if you lose your way, if your party loses your way, you'll be able to reach Gustav with your pole.
yeah, not only with my pole, but I've also got a background thing, directional sense.
Mhm.
Let me-
I kind
I've
of want
also
to get
got
that.
that.
I kind of want to get that feat that allows you to tell time no matter where you fucking are.
Yeah, that's Oh god, what the fuck was that?
Basically, it is impossible. It is damn near impossible for Zaris get to lose track of directions. So even if we do end up getting lost, there's Zaris can pretty easily bring everybody there.
I have returned. All right. What did I miss?
Let's see here. Nothing much. Just clarifying on some stuff with Riker on Zaris.
Yeah. And according to answer here, even if we were to get lost, Zaris would be able to guide everybody to Gustav eventually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lucky. By the way, you're a war mage, right? I have a question for.
Oh,
Is it possible to cast hate on someone's heart to have them suffer a heart attack?
God?
No. Haste affects the entirety of their body, not just a singular localized location. So that way it prevents exactly that sort of effect.
Yeah. Zaris takes a couple seconds to think about it, like, well, I mean, unfortunately not. Haste affects the whole body, as opposed to one specific point.
Yeah, and generally speaking, the more powerful the effect, like the effects of haste, the how do I put this?
The
The
harder it's
more
going to be to focus it to that one point.
yeah, the harder it is to focus it on one point. It's a lot easier to affect a singular creature than it would be to affect a singular part of the body.
Yep.
That's why spells like Shield are so effective because they're quite simple and very well and can be localized on yourself, which for a caster is very very easy, very
Oh, yeah.
very nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, focusing a spell of that magnitude to such a fine point would be probably damn near impossible, if not entirely impossible.
Hmm. Never hurt to ask.
Fair enough.
By the way, who's taking care of the map?
That would be Ratchet.
Yep.
How much longer do we have?
Let's see here. You have about a day and a half left.
Which, given that amount of time, Junior will have enough time to add modifications to the Dragon Gate bow before I have this my stand take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have him apply the rifle property, which just makes it so it gives it so no longer disadvantage at long range. So just 1,200 feet of just range.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Yeah, and I'm bouncing back and forth between Blessed and Curse because one's very effective against Fiend and Undead, the other is effective against Celestial and Fey. Either way, it's like necrotic or radiant damage extra, which is nice. It is nice.
I'm sorry about this. My cell phone seems to keep kicking me out of fucking Discord, and I'm getting real sick of its shit.
We're not noticing you leave. Like that's the thing. I don't know if it's like
No,
that's
what it does is Discord keeps crashing on the cell phone because it's like right now it's everything's fine. It's working. It's just whenever it removes it, like please note, like the app is up, it's on,
yeah.
but if I'm gone for let's say I'm on Pinterest looking stuff up, it will shut off Discord altogether.
Hmm. It seems like your phone can't multitask while you're in a call, by the seems of it. Like it
That's
struggles.
stupid. That's fucking stupid. My old phone can. Why is this new one?
Uh, that's something you ask your local freaking phone provider and being like, yeah, and make a mention about it, and like Neil will
Hey,
friggin'
yeah, I can't seem to access something while I'm in the middle of a call. Is there something wrong with it? Should this be happening? Because it could just be well, not manufacture. It could be a manufacturing
this flaw.
flaw.
Yeah,
So, in
and
which case, then they could easily provide you a replacement, since
yeah,
they should have provided you something functional to begin with.
yeah. If it's a genuine fault, then they're legally obligated to provide you a replacement. You know. That's the only thing I could think of. Is like if it's a legit flaw, then it's like yeah, talk to the person that sold you the phone and be like make a mention of it. Just calmly explain, be like, hey, it seems like I can't multitask while using this phone. Like I use Discord while I'm talking with friends, and then go to do something else.
Well, you don't necessarily have to say Discord specifically, because if this is a affecting Discord, it would very likely also affect, well, your general, mobile phone usage as well. Especially if you were to, say, use FaceTime or something like that. It would definitely be a bit of a problem there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's our suggestion. Just next time you got the time, just like go talk to the person that sold you the phone and be like, "Hey, I noticed this problem. Is this actually supposed to be like a feature?"
Okay, apparently there's a background restriction. I'm fucking with the settings.
Okay,
Okay.
that, yeah,
Factory
that would
Yeah, that'd
defaults.
do it.
factory default, yeah. Gotta
Yeah,
remember
that'd
to
do
do
it.
that. That being said, as you make your way, you do make significant distance.
Nice. Okay. I think I'll go with Blessed on the Great Dragon Bow. As you can't go wrong with radiant damage. Extra d6 radiant, and then I gotta remember it's an extra d. It turns to a d12 when it comes to fiends and undeads.
Yeah, you're a good couple hundred miles, or a little over 300 miles away from Gustav as night falls.
So about 5 minutes in Zereth time.
Sure, but Xeris is Xeris, and you also have to worry about wild animals trying to assault you at night.
Not if he's running at full speed.
God damn it! Where's my fucking package? Sorry, I'm. Yes,
Yeah,
I'm saying this out loud.
yeah, you're multitasking. All right. Okay, so while we're traveling, what Radix gonna do while he's waiting for Junior working on the bow, essentially providing him whatever materials he needs to do this. I'm gonna be working on just making a plethora of items. Like I'm like literally just making a stockade of like items and seeing what runes will come out of this. Like,
Okay. One moment, I'll be right back. I just need. Puppy just needs to be let out.
okay, yeah, I'll make that roll once you get back. Because my whole entire plan is like I'm gonna make as many items as possible, see what runes I come out of it, take the most useful ones and break them so I can learn them, and the others I'm just gonna just sell to the populace.
You know what's funny?
What?
I have a +11 in Arcana and Investigation and fucking Nature of all things.
Yeah.
And I don't have expertise in any of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
I have a like high check and everything just because like my wisdom and int are well, my natural wisdom is high and my int got increased through gems, which
Yeah.
is nice.
Speaking of which, gonna have to get some fucking Dex gems eventually.
Yes.
Hmm.
Eventually.
Uh,
Why not?
what do I? Dex gems are emeralds, if I remember correctly. Or is it amethyst? It's been a while.
That begs the question of what I ditch.
Yeah, it is emeralds, which I actually have. Uh, well, I have one flawed one. I gotta cut. I'll like work with Junior and see if I about cutting some more emeralds.
All right.
I mean, Xeris could probably help with that.
Yeah, because in the materials I think There's still three solid emeralds. I haven't marked that off. Like
As
solid rock. Anyways,
as you do, slowly make your stop. Actually, does your party decide to take the night to rest, or?
Well,
You're there.
if it's getting late in the night, then yes, and not gonna.
I do actually have a question though. Like, if we went all throughout the night, what time would we make it to? Please note this is hypothetical. How long would
This
it be until we hit Gustav?
you would get there by. So right now it's basically uh sort of not. It's 9 p.m. basically. Is because it's now getting dark. Or not getting dark. Well, yeah, mostly because it's summer. So in this case, it would very likely just take you. You'd get there by 3 p.m. or 3 p.m. Right now, or yeah, 3 p.m. Yeah, get there by 3 p.m. if you were to continue over the night.
Honestly, I'd rather not continue after the night. It gives more time for crafting and journals on time stuff.
We're all getting there by 3 when we could probably get there by what? By what? If we were to. What is it knowing that we're going to stop? Estimated time of arrival?
If you're to just continue from now all the way through the
I
night,
was asking for knowing that we're going to.
Yeah, if we were resting, how long would it take us to get there? Like,
Yeah.
after you rest, oh, in that case, let's see here. It'd take
Alright.
you about 9 hours.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
if it's a 9 hour travel, then it's like, yeah, that's. And it's already 9 already. It's like, yeah, that's not worth pushing exhaustion. It's like, eh.
Yeah, no, it's 9 hours off.
9, yeah, 9 normally, or about in sorry, English. At the earliest, it would be 8 hours. If you're going to also be very careful and all that stuff, and assuming you don't get lost, yeah, of course, 8 hours. But if you get like slightly distracted, it may take upwards of 9 hours because because traveling in the snow is very difficult,
Yeah,
even during the summer.
yeah. Short answer is 9 hours accounting for traffic and shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then it's a no brainer. It's just like we'll take our rest with Ratchet being aware of his surrounding whenever he rests. It's like it's things are
Thankfully, we've still got Ratchet with us for the time being in that regard.
yeah. That's the one upside about Ratchet. It's like I don't need sleep. Well, technically I do. It's just one of the things I'm aware of where I am, like of everything around me while I rest.
Sentry's rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing. That being said, so you do. Actually, from this, I'll need someone to make for me a nature check to find a suitable place to set up camp. As you do
Got you,
find
man.
yourself approaching more and more, you do see a lot more trees further south you go.
Would survival
Water!
also help?
Survival would be setting up the campsite. So,
Fucking water!
South
alright.
20.
Nice.
Alright, so Alistair and Xeris, both of you find not exactly a clearing, but this sort of very large pine tree. Uh, about a good, let's see here. Probably has a 10-foot radius from the center. It's a very thick tree. Not exactly uncommon. It's
Very girthy tree.
very girthy, yes. It's particularly how to put this? The area underneath it appears to be very relatively drier in comparison, so it would be a safer spot to set up camp.
Ah, yes, so this tree. I can't say that with a straight face!
It's dry as fuck.
Oh, God!
It's drier than grandma.
God damn it, I couldn't say it with a straight face!
Uh,
That being said, while you're setting up camp, Ratchet, make for me a perception check.
perception coming up.
As I take it, Alistair and Riker, or Alistair and Zeros will be focusing more. Jesus Christ, another one.
Like,
Zeros,
I'm on sentry duty. God.
yeah, I mean, the moment the wind stops, I mean, you kind of have to, and you're told, okay, some chthonic entities start to signal very slightly across the world. Yeah, it's gonna put you on edge. You'll be trying your best, and let's see. So, while Alistair and Xeris are setting up, camp, pitching a tent, and clearing out an area for to set up a fire. Ratchet, you notice what appears to be
Oh,
how do I put this? The wind has long since come back, but the frozen cold has not left yet. You
uh,
feel
Auntie, can't hear you. Armored, no offense. Your breathing's being picked up to the mic.
I'm not even breathing into the mic.
I did not mean that to come off as mean. I'm sorry.
Look, I'm trying to get stuff done, and I'm being pulled in 3 different directions.
I
understandable.
didn't know. Sorry, it didn't mean to make you snap.
I've made it. You know, I'm just gonna leave.
All right, like no, it's my bad. I didn't know you were like you were multitasking, man. That's like fucking like didn't mean to make it snap. All right,
Sorry.
like
All right. Well, with a natural 20 with a cumulative of 30.
Plus, I can't exactly help breathing.
Yeah, that's true. That being said, you're with your 30 total. How do I put this? You you find yourself, still on edge despite the wind coming back, despite the wildlife. I mean, being a bit shaken up, but relatively normal. You can't. Yeah, you just can't seem to shake off that feeling of being watched. Just something feels wrong around you.
mhm.
You feel like you're being, yeah, so you find yourself with the feeling of being watched. What do you do?
uh, well, it seems like we're being. It feels like we're being preserved by something that I have no proof, and it's not like there's something leaving tracks in the ground that I would, I would definitely see in this kind of freaking weather. You can't really.
Yeah, you don't really see any trucks. I mean, occasionally a few, scratches and broken branches, but looking at them closer, they appear to be sort of just some signs of a very agitated bear. Looking at the claw patterns and some remaining hair, it's just some bear that's very stressed out, just wandering around, doing bear things.
All
Just
right.
bear things.
Um, trying to think. Let's see.
So that's why we smell smoke.
I'm trying to remember. Like, actually, Ratchet would make a mention to this anyone in the party who like. It feels like we're being reserved for something that's nothing proof. Does anyone have any ways of telling if we're being scryed on or observed on in any way? maybe even like see if anything's close by with like detect, like what is it, detect good and evil.
Party members?
Let me see if I've got something here up my sleeve or up my ass. One of the two.
Yeah, make a mention to the companions that are with us too, and just being like anyone.
Wait, do I still have that? What's this do? Object, bright light, dim. But that's not gonna help me. Here's my question.
Mm-hmm.
Has Xeris' ring of mind shielding made any indication of any activity at all?
As you check it, yes. See a
Oh
few
no!
pulses here and there, as if something's trying to enter your surface level thoughts.
Okay, no, I am so glad that I asked because I was about to unattune from it.
Well, shit.
Okay, so that's going to change my plans. I am keeping that on now.
Do you alert your party members, or
Yes, yes, he does.
Yeah,
In fact, he does so immediately.
yeah. Ratchet doesn't have any items or ways to prevent it against mind shielding. I don't think. I'm checking.
Helpful.
I
That's
do.
Woo. Damn, I am so glad I asked that. That moment when you accidentally ask the right question.
oh wait, I actually have the room power Gibbo, which allows me to cast Sanctuary. I don't know if Sanctuary actually covers protection against mind though.
no? Sanctuary is sanctuary. It only follows the effects that sanctuary would have.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best I got.
You know what? Against my better judgment. Oops.
Yes.
Seeing as how I probably won't be needing the boots of speed, at least for the moment. Going to briefly unattune from that. And we're going to do a little experiment here.
All
I'm going
right.
to take the time to attune to that amulet of proof against detection that I've got. And we're going to see what happens.
All right. Make for me a stealth check then.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm going to once per session, man. I don't trust it. I mean,
It's better.
still a pretty shit roll, but it's better than a nat fucking 2.
Well, actually, would you be considered in light obscurity because of like the storm that's been going on and all the snow?
Well, it's not really that there's been any storm because lack of wind
Yeah.
or low winds because the wind just suddenly stopped just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm confused. if this doesn't work, I'm tempted to try the fucking decoy just to see what happens.
Alright. 11. Alright, so I'm just gonna move it so it's on screen. Let me see here if I can just sit down. Okay. Excellent. Go on now. Oh, what's that? Ah. And let's do some things here real quick.
Huh.
Oh, did I accidentally something?
Huh? Not quite.
Oh, by the way, like, during the time of travel before we stopped, didn't like have any time to work on anything while we were traveling, or was it like by the time we reached a certain point, it was already?
I would say make for me a crafting tools check for something like that.
Yeah.
To experiment with the room.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I didn't get a chance to do that. That's why I was like, oh wait.
Alright, 39. So, bad news first. Not a lot of things were discovered, but good news is that you're making progress. You are almost done. You would just need to devote about 2 more hours of work to safely disassemble uh, a weapon to find its more concentrated, or not, find out how it functions without it blowing up in your face, both literally and figuratively speaking.
Yeah. I think I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like confused.
Yeah, sorry.
But like, yeah, make it like I'm straight up like seeing like making like I'll just
Progress.
You're
well
almost done.
yeah making a pie for our weapons, seeing what runes I can come up with, like seeing what runes I get, and then seeing what runes I can actually break down,
Yeah.
like break
And
down.
to be fair, your sort of work is somewhat stifled by being focused also on pathfinding.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay, okay.
there is that
Uh,
to keep in mind.
Just want to make sure. Okay.
should I be afraid?
Mayhaps. I just need to set up a few things.
God, what monstrous creature have I fucking summoned to us this time?
You haven't summoned it. This time it's not your fault, or Ratchet's.
Oh shit, it's actually not his fault this time.
Yes.
Ooh.
There we go. I'm just gonna set down your tokens here.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at properties I could add on to Ratchet's playthrough Junior, and I'm like, man, some of these are good, and I'm like thinking about like, oh man, I could get more resistances.
Yeah. Thankfully, if need be, I can just fucking shadow clone my way out of this.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Fine, you'll get the chance, but I respect that. So do any of you have something of a warning, a weapon of warning, or armor of warning?
I mean,
It's up to you.
other than I have a high perception. It's like
Then,
I have a high passive perception. I have a passive perception of 20.
then you wouldn't exactly be surprised, but everyone else would. So I need everyone to roll initiative as Xeris, just coming out of nowhere, you see this creature just fly towards you. And I'm going to post in general chat what it looks like.
Oh,
The
great.
coming.
Flying creatures, great. When I have Junior working on the freaking Great Dragon Boat, that's fantastic.
Well, a flying creature.
That still doesn't make me feel right.
Oh god, it's been a while.
Yeah, I forgot to take the new token.
Yep. Fuck.
Oh god, it's Ripley! He's supposed to be his Smash Brothers!
Well, I mean, close enough.
Close enough to the original roll. I mean, it's only 2 off.
Where's? Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that is what you see flying towards you.
Why are there demons flying at us?
I don't know.
No, it's worse than Demon. It's Ripley.
Only that simple.
I mean, I can't help it. Look at the thing.
I know, I agree, but I'm just saying, you're not entirely right, but you're not entirely wrong.
God damn it. Do I have there say the "Can I help you" line?
Well, first and foremost, all right, initiative is rolled for you guys. So I just need.
Wait, where are our compatriots?
They would be in the. For the sake of simplicity for this combat, they're, they're protecting the carriage.
Okay. I was just curious. I was like,
They're the first line of defense. They're the last line.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Alright, if
At
it's...
least Ratchet isn't getting fucking surprise rounded.
Yes, that is true.
Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I can very easily get out of this.
Even with my new high freaking dex, it's like, oh, things so hard me. I was like, damn. Them the bricks.
Yeah.
Alright, as long as I stay on ground level, I won't be in trouble, because, again, Junior's still working on my boat.
Yeah, so
Only one of these guys is going. Only one of these assholes is going before me. Yeah, no, I can very easily get out of this.
surprise round as coming out of almost shimmering out of the night sky itself, just appearing before you that you see that creature. Bursting out of the snow, you see something approach you. Let me just pull up something here. What they do? Yes. Okay, so this one is going to aim at Ratchet normally, not with advantage, because you're not surprised, and take a shot at you. As you see, he pulls out this odd contraption that sort of sprouts from his forearm, releasing a motherfucker stealing your longbow tech. Or Dragon Slayer longbow tech. As it shoots out a bone.
Yeah. Oh. Is it possible I can move a little bit closer on the map, or am I fixated to this? I didn't know, I don't know if it's like an... Okay. That's why I was about that. I was like, if I could move myself closer.
So, 14. I take it does not hit you.
Yeah, that's a whiff.
Yeah. What the fuck? Why is
I mean, I'm not gonna complain.
enter? Okay, good. All right, and that will end their turn. Alistair, you're surprised, and at the end of your turn, you're no longer surprised. Ratchet, it is now your turn.
Yeah, Ripley's going down.
I mean, hey, you might as well take advantage of where I'm at while you can.
Yeah. Alright. It's been a while. I gotta check to see if it's a bonus action or an action to cause my hammer to grow. Because it has been a bit. Okay, bonus action. Okay. Bonus action, and then guess what I'm gonna freaking do? Bring the pain!
Why am I thinking the? Oh god.
18.
Well,
That must be one of those.
thank you, advantage.
Why am I just imagining as you make impact against its spine, it's the first few seconds of Gangster's Paradise plays. Like, oh no, what the fuck?
Yeah, so does an 18 hit?
18 does hit. Roll for damage.
Yes!
Oh, thank you, advantage.
40!
Woo! It's not a crit,
Oh,
unfortunately, so that's a dex save.
Let's see, once per turn, yeah, because they're technically one ties target that's smaller than me, they take additional damage die, yeah. Yeah, once per turn.
what's good?
We just
And I'll have to manually roll that additional d6.
there we go. 13 plus. Okay, so that's a 16.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, demigod dice. You can use that to increase your damage or DC.
Oh, I thought that was for the additional damage. If you're just taking the first damage die of the 13, then you could use that instead, I guess. That's just like that's for the like on contract stuff because it's adamantium.
Yeah, no, I'm just taking the 40 right there because that's right there.
Oh no, the 40 damage is the normal to hit. The additional damage I apply is like after they fail the save throw. I'd have to roll that manually.
So in that case, that unfortunately is a 16. That does not save them.
Yeah.
I take it that 7 is for damage.
That was for the additional damage die, but if they're yeah. What you're saying is a little bit confusing to me. I'm like, hey, what?
You can use your demigod dice to increase the DC.
No, Auntie, he has to roll the additional thing from the growing
manually.
thing.
My
Yeah,
apologies.
manually.
Well, yeah, like the huge hammer slam is added up through. I already added in through the damage side. Like the on contract is specific, and I have to manually roll the additional damage die whenever they when I do the once per turn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what he was getting at. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
You
yeah.
just hit this guy with a sickening thud. Crack. Thunder crack. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm doing it again.
Oh, I'm a fighter. I'll fucking do it again.
That hits.
Taking a.
Kill this man.
Is it gonna pop up? Or, like I rolled it.
Yeah, you.
Oh,
Okay. It's weird.
There we go.
oh, there it is.
It was taking a bit. I'm like, where is it?
So as you just immediately bolt over there, you just go for its feet, smashing its knees, and then go for a downward slam as it begins to fall. As you just crunch its ribcage into the ground, splattering its blood and viscera against both you and Xeris.
Much to Xeris' delight. Because fuck these guys.
Yeah, much to his delight and confusion because where did these guys come from?
Yes. His first thought is, where the fuck did they come from? His second thought is, oh hey, sweet.
Alright, and you have a third attack, I believe.
Yeah, I still have a third attack. All right.
I mean, if you want to go after this guy, I can just fucking nuke this one.
Okay.
Well,
Let me check my movement because I had to. No, I'm out of movement after that.
I mean, you can check this one right here.
Fair enough. I mean, hey, I can still hit the fucking other one.
Do I chance it and go for the lesser attack roll, or do I just go for? You know what?
They're already there.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can hit it with my slant. That's 11.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
Shame that doesn't hit. Yeah. As you just, upon seeing its friend question mark get crushed, it just sidesteps.
It just nope.
It just John Dark Souls dodge rolls
It's like
frame through your hammer.
it's like fuck this shit. I'm out.
No, it's like when you're fighting the fucking first boss in the first game.
Yeah.
Like it's that fucking telegraphed as hell attack, and it's downward swing, and it's just that thing of you just fucking dodge roll out of the way of it.
Like
Yeah.
just to make me like roll.
Okay. But yeah. So is that all?
That is. I'll save my action surge for now.
Okay. Just making
Alright.
sure. Zerus, you're surprised, and at the end of your
Excellent.
turn, you're not. This guy is surprised, but not in that way. But let's see here.
Surprised I just killed the boss and turned him into paste.
Kind of,
Practically.
basically. Let's see. But that will not deter him from what he has to do.
And what is that?
As he begins to somewhat float over ground.
You're
towards
approaching
you, Zerus.
me?
Yes.
Excellent. I'm not trapped here with you.
It will
You're
make
trapped here
4
with
claw
me.
attacks against you. 10, 16, 12, and 25.
You know what? Do I use the point?
Would it actually increase your armor class enough to block it?
I mean, let me check. Okay, no, it wouldn't. So I'll just fucking save it. The only one that actually hits me is the last one.
Alright. Well, congratulations. You take 5 piercing damage, and you're also grappled. And because you're grappled, it will use its bonus action to perform evisceration. Because you're grappled with them. But thereby also ending the grappled condition, as you take an additional 16 points of slashing damage as it tries to as its first 3 strikes do not make immediate impact. Its fourth lands onto your shoulder, and they just wrench it out in the most vicious fashion possible.
Yeah, can you pop up that ability? Like what it did? Because like
Yeah,
because I'm curious about it.
it doesn't have to.
Ah, okay, so it's a once per turn thing. Yeah, once per turn.
But it only
Okay.
affects once. It only happens once per turn. So.
Okay, so that's I was like wondering what the restrictions to it were because I'm like that seems powerful.
Oh yeah.
Ow.
That's some. Oh, actually, it does roll it over there for me. Well, that's a nice roll. Do I want it? No, we'll keep the 16.
Yeah.
I don't want to punish you more than I already have. That being said, Void Sturge's action does not exist because it's dead.
It's paste.
Yes.
Allegedly.
It is. And over here.
I really can't wait for my turn because I really want to ask, okay, who let you out of hell?
I mean,
What?
Why was Ridley in D&D? Or was?
I mean, unfortunately for this asshole, he just made himself a fucking target.
Yeah.
I will also just post the art of the these creatures that are floating around and slashing at you. Some of you who may be familiar with a specific type of media may be familiar with these creatures.
Oh no.
Is this from a Dark Souls game?
No. God. It's much older than that.
Oh no.
Alright, so this one's turn ends. And this one is going to...
Can you scoot up closer to the mic, please?
There we go. It's going to move right over here, flanking Xeris. And will make 4
Stupid
attacks.
thing.
I'll make 4 attacks.
Watch as it still misses.
Oh, that'd be funny as hell.
I'm just waiting for it. Just be like,
24, 25, 24, 21.
Well, I can avoid some of this. Fortunately, not all of it.
you still get hit once.
3 times, actually.
Oh. Okay, so we hit 3 unless you're gonna do something as a reaction.
Well, I'm gonna use the Tacticus Arcanum to pop shield on that last one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good, good.
So that last one will miss.
Yeah. And as its first attack lands, it will eviscerate, dealing an additional 16 points of damage.
Let's see here. Let's.
So 7 plus 5 plus 5 plus 16. That's a good chunk of damage. And all of you hear in your minds this humming sound. Coming from the corner of your minds. And over here, this one, seeing that you two are being locked down, is going to sort of float at fucking breakneck speed over here and start attacking Alistair, who I assume at this point is already armored up and all that good shit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Alright, so 4 attacks against you. Oh shit. Alright.
What is it?
16.
16, 14, 25, and 15.
Anything below 20, I actually need to check out my armor. It is a miss.
Yeah.
I think my armor is a 24.
Man, lucky.
25 actually, so...
Oh, shit.
My armor's at a 30.
Pardon me. There we go.
So, I have a really stupid plan.
Alright, so what was the hits?
So the 25 is the only one that hits.
Yeah, so...
And it will also eviscerate. So the initial damage is 9, plus the evisceration...
13.
13. So for a total of, if I'm doing my mental math correctly...
22?
22 damage from a single attack that hit.
Gah!
And as you just continue to hear that humming in the back of your mind, Alistair, it is now your turn.
Damn,
You motherfucker.
Kanabo?
Oh, first, proc that.
Oof.
Right, that first. Then Kanabo.
Bitch, say what?
Alright.
No.
Oh, that's some nasty damage.
Natural 20 critical hit!
Roll for damage, mate.
Just...
Mamma mia.
It
Mamma
approaches
mia.
you, it approaches you, all of a sudden it hears boss music. It's like, wait, what did I hear boss music? Ah!
I'm supposed to be the boss. gets turned into a nail.
Oh,
30 damage from one attack. I mean, fuck around and find out, right?
Well, it's nice to know it takes full damage of fire.
yeah, I was about to say.
And he says in Infernal, "Who gave you permission to be out of hell?"
He's like, oh shit, actually, fuck. Never mind, hold on a moment.
You gotta check its languages.
I actually gotta check its resistances because I completely forgot. Oh, right, these creatures are relatively new to me, and I haven't checked them out in a while. Okay. Actually, shit, it is resistant to fire damage.
Good to
As
know.
you impact its form, the hellfire doesn't seem to catch onto it as effectively, but it does still harm it. As you deal a total of 24 points of damage.
So, fire resistant. Probably not lightning resistant, though. Otherwise, we'd really be in trouble.
Yeah, and I believe you still have an extra attack, right?
I do.
Yeah.
And I don't like him near me.
Mm-hmm.
To fuck around and find out.
Oh, you can't really cast a spell.
Oh, never mind. Well then I'm gonna hit him again.
Okay.
Fuck around and find out.
35 hits.
And
It's almost a crit.
Christ, that was a 19. That was almost a double crit.
And that was even more.
yeah, this is pretty good damage.
So it takes 22 points of damage.
Yeah, 22 to
Yeah?
bludgeoning, and
Well, yes and no. It takes 24 damage because I'm adding the fire damage together.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was resistant to fire damage.
Resistant
it's
just means
resistant.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, it just means it takes half.
Oh.
Both sources of fire damage I'm adding, clumping together. For this.
So he do just like his Bam Bam does, and bam bam. If none of you get that reference,
No, I just imagine it's just like, from your perspective, it's like, hey, Ratchet, I'm you. Smack, smack. It's like, good job.
and he says
what
again, "Who let you out of hell?" in Infernal.
All here is just more humming sounds, except to everyone else, it's just as normal. Migo, fuck, I said the name of it. Whatever. For you, Alistair, you just hear concerned humming noises. Confused and concerned humming noises.
Wait, I thought this was going to be easy. Do I still have my bonus action?
Yeah, actually, you use your bonus action to activate your mantle.
Yeah.
Oh, right. So I can't down a healing.
Yeah, not yet.
Woo!
Instead, is that the end of your turn? Would you like to move around a little bit?
Yes. He's going to
Alright.
move back a little bit.
Alright. I will alert you ahead of time. That would provoke an attack opportunity.
Yeah, he's going to move 50 meters away. And yes, I do realize.
In what direction? Where are you going?
Like over here.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your movement? 40 or 30?
50.
I mean, that's a modified
50,
20, so
yeah.
that misses you.
Okay, so over here.
So yeah, there we go. So yeah, that modified 20 misses you.
Yeah.
Since your armor class is 25.
I love my armor class.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially with your massive pool of health.
Yeah, I bet that
Yes,
would be
and 95.
Man,
It's
it'd be
absolutely-
really nice to have AC right about now.
Yeah.
Yes, my 95 health pool.
Yeah. Wait, what? Jesus Christ. Well, that being said, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright, Ratchet. What the fuck do you do?
Same thing we do every night.
Try and
Come
take
on
over the
and
world.
play.
Yeah,
And welcome to this.
23.
Yeah, Xerxes just looking at the one
23
who fucking
hits.
clawed at him 3 times, like, you done goof.
Well, 4 times. Correction, 4. But yeah.
The one who hit him 3 times.
Okay, yeah. 23 hits.
Alright, and then my one's per turn. So let's see if I do an extra.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
That was a lucky roll too.
Yeah, that was lucky. I was like, I would have taken an extra 3, but
No, he wouldn't take. No, he won't. It says no. He takes the damage, but he just he does not give consent to the extra D8.
He doesn't give consent to the extra butt fucking. I mean, what?
I mean, it's still gonna take another 38 damage.
Yep.
All right.
Still standing?
Yes, these things are chunky.
Not.
And also, you notice here, it's weird not fighting a creature that doesn't appear to have bones. There's no crunch.
I just why do I imagine complete Looney Tunes? It's just like it's smacking it, turning into different shapes. It's like what the? Hey, look, it's a pot. And no, it's a
On
lamp.
one scene, it turns to a photorealistic image of a Riker IRL, and then you just hit a third time. 26.
God fucking damn it.
All right, yeah, that'd kill.
Nice.
Sheesh, that's yep.
Yep. And move it over and.
What the fuck? Why are these two? Okay, why are these two hit points connected? What the fuck? Okay.
Why are these two hit points connected?
Why are their total hit points connected? God damn it. Okay.
Alright. And thanks to Great Weapon Master, because I killed one creature, I get the bonus action attack this one.
Oh,
Alright.
That's gonna be a fucking shame when, Wait a minute.
26 hits. Roll for damage.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spend some heat die before I roll some damage, so I'm gonna spend a total of 3.
Alright.
Just to extra fuck this up. Let's see if this actually applies. And this will be acid.
Okay, because you noticed. I assume you would have noticed the acid.
Yeah, I would have noticed the health bar.
Yeah. The acid, strangely enough, does not appear to be resistant to it. I mean, that's weird. I mean, you're resistant to acid in a way, but I mean, I guess not everyone can be as perfect as you. But yeah, you crush it. Still up, unfortunately.
Okay, the added benefit is that because I spend 3 acid die, if I deal acid damage, it reduces its armor class by 3.
Yeah.
No.
So it's easier to hit for this until the end of your next turn. So.
Earth is gonna fucking obliterate this thing.
Yeah, let's read the effects because I can mop it up. There you go.
Oh shit! Yeah, no, it's right down the first one.
Yeah, this is like a permanent eat away at armor kind of deal.
Yeah. At least until they replace their or repair their armor.
Yeah.
And seeing how that's natural armor, yeah, that's
I mean, they just have to take a long, natural, bath in the cooling and healing vapors.
Yeah.
That's it. They're fine. The stem cells.
Yeah.
But that's assuming they can survive Xerath.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that's the end of my turn for now.
Okay. Go ahead. And. Zeus.
So, lightning damage, because fuck this thing. Fuck this thing in particular.
Alright. Roll damage.
Roll your thing. Do a thing.
And
you have advantage, so roll once more. 24. That hits.
Save it.
And you said lightning?
Yep.
All right. So why is it? Oh, wait.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
because a hedge man, remember?
Yeah, right. Okay. So first and foremost, it appears to be resistant to lightning damage.
Excellent.
So that's actually only 6 points of, 6 points of lightning.
So, let me talk about the advantage here. Well, in that case, why did... Wait a second. Why did that not add the... Fucking disabled that again, didn't it? I don't know why it does that. But tack an extra 6 onto that, because, thing.
Or Mage Edge.
Yeah.
No, not War Mage Edge, the, modifiers and whatnot.
Oh,
Oh, right.
it didn't add your spellcasting modifier to damage like it's
Yeah.
supposed to. Okay.
That was a fucking roll 20 fuck up there.
Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, oh, actually, no, I won't bring this up yet. So your second attack
Second.
with advantage, keep that in mind.
This
Yeah,
time with a
that-
different damage type.
That's a
Damage type.
fucking 32 either way.
So, yeah. What damage do you deal?
You know what? I thought acid worked, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's
Fuck 'em, acid.
let's make this worse.
Okay. You stab into it. And your third and final attack as it begins to look a bit rough.
Natural 20.
Natural 20! I'm tempted to do it, but no, I'm gonna save it.
Oh, God. Are you sure?
You know what? I will at least tack on the War Mage Edge. That's another fucking 13.
All right. Give me a moment. I need to roll something. This is for something completely unrelated, though, so don't worry.
Well, you're adding acid on top of more acid, and you're just adding more acid on top of the acid.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. I'm not clapping my hands,
If-
but I am happy because I'm not clapping my hands because I have push to talk on.
Yeah.
I would if I could.
Yeah. We get it.
Yeah.
Because congratulations, as you stab into that. Describe it.
So, what he does is, that first one was lightning. He realized, okay, that's not gonna cut it. Then he pulls out the big gun. Acid. And it's at that point where he just fucking rends into its gut, kind of twists it around a bit, practically rips out this thing's fucking stomach, or at least where it would be, and promptly just plants the other fist into his skull.
All right. As you plant the other fist into its skull, Green. Now that you're glowing a little bit, you see. How to put this? Very light blue, somewhat glowing viscera just erupt, and as you just pop its brain, you see these strange, similar to uh, ripples in water, but these strange ripples in the air as it lets loose a death cry, and as that happens, pop, pop, go to the other skulls.
Ew.
Jesus Christ. So, congratulations on killing their leader.
Oh.
Oh shit. Well, there goes. Well, there you go.
Relatively short, but I think it gets how dangerous they are across.
Yeah. Fun fact: I had about 47 health out of just over 100.
And as the battle and adrenaline dies down, the only thing left of these things are their corpses and are the corpses as they are Well, because it's the middle of the night in a tundra environment, the bodies are you see like a little bit of frost and steam, or a little bit of steam build up off of their bodies.
Good job.
Things were more
Thanks.
annoying than flies.
Well, and before I have him say this, he's gonna kind of just start to walk over to this one to loot it. At least there weren't more of them as he knocks on wood.
Yeah. From this, make for me a investigation check.
Yeah, Ratchet will do the same to see if there's anything useful or of note. Because these things oddly attacking us is a bit strange.
That's a 25.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Holy
20.
who
shit!
is this guy?
That's Xeris.
Yeah.
He got custom art for his character.
As I run over, grab him by the throat. Who are you?
Who are you? Where
Yeah,
am I? I'm from
Where is
ancient
Xeris?
Greece.
yeah.
What have you done with Xeris?
Why are there still Germans?
I did show it off last week.
I didn't see it. I'm sorry.
It might have got buried. It's
Yeah,
It did. Hang
it's
on,
really good art. It really is.
Yes, it is. Good job on the artwork, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from
In
by. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I sent it to you in case you want a closer look.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
this took, I think, a little over a year for him to be able to finish it because he's been busy. The artist has been busy with life and stuff, especially because of the fucking pandemic.
Yeah, like
But yeah, this is made by at Das Bursting on Twitter.
yep.
He's a pretty
And
cool guy.
I love the
like
gauntlets on your hand, man.
Yeah, the
I'm
clock.
gonna be honest, the entire inspiration for him was kind of a combination of the various like bits of an outfit that I actually found, along with essentially what would obviously be the color scheme of said outfit.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the stance, fun fact, the stance that he's taken in this particular instance is Natsu from Fairy Tale. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
River-
Yeah.
That being said,
Also, if you said I believe it, and if somebody else
Trying
had
so
said
hard not
you
to
better
scream
believe,
weeb.
yeah, I was about to say if somebody else says you better believe it, I swear to God, I'm just gonna say wrong anime. That is finished a long time ago.
No, Boruto's still going on.
Well, I mean Naruto.
Yeah.
Finished already. Now
Yeah.
it's Boruto, a completely different show. That's a continuation from it.
Which should never have happened.
And
No,
anime debate aside.
yes, nothing said. As you sort of check, so in all seriousness, you walk over to him. What do you actually do? Do you just like look over his shoulder?
Anyone
see what
got
he
healing?
found? Oh, down. You want down a healing potion? Okay, go ahead.
What is that? Like a. I'm going to go with one of my superior.
Okay, superior.
8d4 plus 8. Or do you want me to roll it for you?
I'm getting 84.
Okay.
Oh.
I've set up macros for various healing potions, so I was just
No,
like...
no, I don't want negative health.
No. Please no.
please,
No.
no.
34 hit points were gained. I think you're topped off, basically.
Yeah.
I have extra health now.
Unfortunately, this isn't 3.5. You don't the extra healing doesn't count as temp HP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That being said,
Did I? I do.
with
I have a bunch of greater.
sorry, this is the second edition where you can actually heal.
And he
That's
looks
also-
over at Ratchet. I need a shield.
Well, you already have a shield.
I do?
Yeah,
Hold on.
So yeah,
you
it
just
should.
don't have the shield spell.
Yeah, is the Kanabo a two-handed weapon or one-handed? Because that's the
It's a two-handed.
yeah.
Yeah, then you should have. Okay, then in that case, actually.
Yeah, I have a
Shield
plus 3 shield.
Okay, so
Never
then your
mind.
armor cost would have been 20. So it's fine regardless. We can. It's fine. It's been a while, so
I have plus 2 plate.
yeah,
Yeah.
plus 2 plate. So
Right, I wanted to get that up to plus 3.
yeah, plus
Yeah.
3ify it.
Yeah,
Eh.
that's what Junior's for. he's got
Hey,
like
Junior? You busy?
He'll tend to your armor shortly. But first things first, Xeris
Yes.
and Ratchet.
yep.
Ratchet, you find something familiar. And Xeris, you find something completely new on their body. On their body, as you find a small object, about no longer than like a sheriff's badge, a stereotypical sheriff's badge, that resembles this, and it is still glowing.
Ratchet just looks at him and goes, "Oh god damn it!"
What is it?
You see what appears to. Oh,
Yeah. I was about to say it's like, well, you remember how there was a war, the storm cleared, like that whole entire ordeal. Yeah. I was able to. My translator was able to pick up something, and it seemed to get a vision of this object, along with a distinct message of the end of dreams shall come to be. I don't know about you, but that sounds extremely religious, and that's never good.
Goes for sending stone,
The fuck?
and I am reporting this in.
okay.
I
So
take
while
it you guys have had experience with these lot before, huh?
No, this is new. The symbol I've never seen before, but with that roar, it seemed the image beamed into my head with my universal translator.
as you actually look at
He
this
is
symbol,
reporting all of this shit.
yeah, you're repeating this. So while you're doing that, as you look at this, now that you have it in your hands, it's odd. There's the different corners correspond to different keys and letters. Out of character. Think of it like a
Cipher key.
analog cellular phone.
Okay.
And as you sort of look, run your thumb across it very carefully, so as to not accidentally activate it. You see that it appears each of the corners are able to sort of move a little bit. Think like a joystick or something.
Yeah.
And as you read around, it appears to be some sort of text-based communications device,
All right. So.
but there's something missing. As
Oh.
you look at it, Stone,
Yeah.
make for me an Arcana check.
Well, I was about to say, if I spent more than 1 minute examining this thing, I can trace Gibu on it, and it pretty much acts as identify.
Okay, then yeah, you can do so.
Yeah.
So essentially, this requires attunement. This is a let's see here, MindNet comms device. It is a very rare item, and it requires attunement from a creature with psionics.
Ooh.
And basically, how do I put this? It allows you to enter the mind network of a specific group or entity or faction. In this case, this one is specifically attuned to the Meagle.
Okay, so I'll relay this to everyone as I'm kind of essentially describing Rune to it, like identifying it.
Yeah. This would also apply. Silence would also apply if you have a form of telepathy. So
Yeah, Radic does not have such a thing, so can't attune.
think of it as a smartphone, but with an intranet. So limited functionality. And all right, as you report it, let's see here, Alistair. You hear a reply. Basically uh, that they've received this. They said, basically, thank you. Do not in any way, shape, or form inform any other people in this. This is to be kept completely secret. They don't know. They are familiar with the creatures called Migo, but they should not be in this plane. They should be in the ethereal plane, as they are. Well, God, how do I put it? They are ethereals. They are essentially somewhat spectral aberrations that are capable of horrendous things. They're actually completely sapient creatures as well, so the fact that they're here actively invading, actively attacking you guys is not a good sign, so yeah.
He is going to let the party know.
Yeah. And on that note, Xeris would actually note to include the bit of information that, at least from what he was able to tell, they only came after us after he attuned to the amulet of amulet of the detection amulet, you know,
Yeah.
because I figure that's probably pertinent information.
Very likely, yeah.
All right, the so they all had this badge, right? Like this
Yes.
item. All right, so we got
Comms device, basically.
yeah this. So I'll mark them in my inventory just for now, so I have it. What's the name of this item? Can you type it out?
Let's see here. Mind Network Communications Device, or MNCD.
Copy. Actually, yes. Thing.
Yeah. There'll be 3 of them. And yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And for the I just want to say this for the record that Xeris will hand the one that he found on the one dude over to Ratchet as well.
yeah.
They also do, just quickly, they also inform you that you need to dispose of the bodies, as because their forms are so alien, leaving their bodies to rot will very likely cause some foreign bacteria to form that would, or foreign diseases to form.
Any
Uh,
part,
People here are
any,
not, resistant
Can I
to.
talk?
Oh yes.
He asks how, like, best way to do so.
yeah, I
yeah.
was about to ask the same thing, actually.
Ditto.
Like, I think you can't overhear a orb ascending.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you can't. That being said, with this, they reply by saying fire unfortunately doesn't work. So, so let's see here. Acid. Let's see here. Necrotic. Acidic, necrotic, or radiant forces, or forms should be forms of attack should uh, cause the body to safely decay.
How
So if
many?
you have any, if you have any vials of acid or any
Actually,
or any death water, which is basically black sand, sort of grounded into a paste with water,
I
you
might,
should be able to. Yeah,
I might have something in that regard. I do have minor lifesteal that I can do.
I think that can only apply to a living creature.
I mean, I can check.
I have a circle of death.
That would work.
As
Yeah,
everyone get away from the, like, bring all the bodies close together, and then get away, about 150 feet away from them now.
yeah,
Yeah. That's it.
easy enough.
Yeah, we'll
So
essentially get away from the campsite and at least solve food away and then be like, alright, we're good.
so for the sake of expediency,
He takes out a black pearl, crushes it, and puts his hand on the ground as a black circle encircles all of them.
hmm, and you do,
Yeah,
and the bodies almost instantaneously dry and crumble into ash.
Along with anything
that's
else
that.
within 100 radius.
Well, and yeah, I mean, except that for actually right there's snow. So the snow there does turn black. With your knowledge, basically any particularly powerful forms of necromancy from fifth level or higher can can cause a area to be uh, can cause an area to develop black sand, which is basically crystallized dirt, which is infused with necrotic energy.
Well, no.
That being said, it's not, unless it's in a particularly concentrated dosage. It's not permanent. It usually decays after a while. Think of it as like radiation,
Yeah,
but
It'll be fine.
cold this way.
yeah,
Yeah, it'll be fine.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
so you're fine. So
So,
eventually, things tire down. Alistair, you're informed. Obviously, uh, to allow him to work on your armor, you doff your armor after unattuning to it,
yeah, and I'm actually gonna,
and
after that little experiment, I'm gonna reattune to the boots of speed.
Yeah.
all right.
So I'm gonna remove my +2 plate and put in +3.
Yeah. That being said, let's see here. That being said, let's see here. You. So I need to know who's going to be keeping. I take it Ratchet's going to be keeping watch.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah,
assist with all the watchers, seeing how he can be observant of his surroundings even while resting.
I mean, here's what I say to it. Ratchet's got Sentry's Rest.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Make your perception check. We'll say your companions will aid you in that with keeping watch.
That's a oof. That's a low roll.
13. And. Alright. Those visions bother you. The device tempts you, but
It's not like I can
no
attune
way.
to it.
It's like, if only you could attune to it. Those things, from what the description of it, basically it allows you to access an entire vault of it would basically be an entire vault of information that would normally not be accessible to you or anyone else. Unfortunately, your only scion is being hunted down, and well,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
bolts currently, right? Like,
Well, Bolt is somewhat, but I'm talking about Shauna.
oh right, yeah.
Yeah,
My brain was somewhere else. Anyway,
good. You're good. You're good.
Ashara is being hunted down.
Shauna.
Oh no.
Remember? I mean, it's been a while though, so.
yeah,
you're
that's
set.
the reason why she kind of went back home for now, just to lay low.
Yeah. So good. So that being said, nothing happens throughout the watch.
Okay.
You're safe as far as you can tell. And as morning comes,
Are we safe?
Yeah. Oh yeah, forgot
you
to.
can be.
I almost forgot to mention the alarm stamps would have been put on the cargo that we've been hauling, along with our
Yeah.
alarm and stuff. So
They don't. Yeah, nothing goes off.
good.
Being said, as morning comes,
Getting real sick of this phone.
yeah, as morning comes, you begin to
They
pack.
said there's floor I'm missing here.
Oh, what?
When did Alistair's wife become hunted?
Remember, that's why she left.
I wasn't there.
You were there.
Oh
You said
right.
goodbye and everything. It was a heartwarming moment, and it made me cry a little bit.
Yeah, it has been a bit. There's probably like
For a
memories.
while, yeah.
Memory's not
It
the
was
best
also
of
during
things.
downtime.
Yeah.
So. That being said, as you begin to gather your things, get ready to travel onwards, you notice well, the black sand is dissipated, so
That's a good
good
sign.
there. That's a first good thing. Nothing appears to be hunting you, and nothing appears to have attacked you last night, and nothing appears to have approached your cargo, so that's good. Unfortunately, that's where the good news. And you're all alive and have food.
Yeah.
That's another set of good news. That's where it ends, though.
Oh
As
boy.
you do see, off in the distance, what appears to be a group of humanoid figures approaching your general direction.
All right. Before,
They don't appear to have noticed you.
all right. Before that, I gotta see what spikes I get. Okay, 10 more spikes on my freaking infinite arrows, which is nice.
Not necessarily infinite, but pretty good.
Yeah, we're generating arrows at there at least, pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
We're
So,
generating ammo.
Can I try the peaceful route?
I was gonna honestly like see an insight to see their intentions, like, and then like we'll maybe go from there. It might be a good
I was
idea.
gonna say they don't appear to. I did say they don't appear to have noticed you.
Yeah.
They're just going around your general direction. And it is morning, so they just may not see you from the shade of the tree that you're
Yeah.
residing under.
Zeus is gonna keep to the shade of the tree then for the moment.
Yeah. Ratchet
You know,
Ratchet will just make a journal insight and just see what kind of vibes he can get off of them, just to see
Alright.
how well.
Well, find 20.
Yeah.
On edge, but relaxed. Or on edge, but not necessarily aggressive.
Okay, so they're just being watchful like us, so they're common travelers.
Yeah, looks like. So do you want to approach?
Yes, but I'm going to have my armor and weapons like gone.
Yeah.
They'll have his sunblade like dangle from his side, just like Because it's dumb to go around unarmed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You do
unless
so.
you're a monk, in which case,
I mean, that's
feel
just the way to
free.
go. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to save them, but you know, I mean, it's just not going to save them. That's it.
Yeah.
But that being said, you do approach, and as you do, you notice that you notice some iconography on them. That being specifically, let's see, of the town you're going to. What the fuck? Macon. Not
Macon.
Macon. Sorry. Gustav.
Gustav. Okay.
The banners and sigils on their armor and the icons and sigils on their banneret and their on the banner and armor and tabards appears to depict a wyvern, not a dragon, but a wyvern skull with
Sorry,
light forming around
I
its
took the
head.
problem.
Hmm?
My the app needed to be updated. So what did
Okay.
I?
So you see the approaching people. They appear to be guards or soldiers of sorts, but you do notice the crest on their banner and their armor, on their tabards, uh, as well as clothing that they have over their armor to stay warm. Uh, it appears to be the symbol is that of Gustav. It appears to depict a wyvern, not a dragon skull, with ice horns growing out, sort of protruding from its forehead, and ice-like fangs, almost like icicles to be more precise.
Alistair will, if his friends are willing, he'll draw attention to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
want
I
to,
mean, it's,
yeah.
huh?
I was about to say,
It's
I'm
good
like,
to.
sorry.
Uh, it's good to see other faces out here.
Yeah, and seeing that they appear to be what can be assumed to be probably the Gustav City Guard, Xeris will actually take a bit of a step out of the shade of the tree.
All right. So first and foremost, as you begin to approach a little bit, the one leading raises his hand, who appears to be wearing some sort of fur-lined bucket helm. Sort of raises a hand, musket on his other hand, and says in essentially Russian, uh, to halt, stay where you are,
Does as he's told.
right? And
Yeah.
he gestures for one of his people to throw salt at his feet. Throw the salts at his feet. So, which he does. Do you move away or do you stay to your ground?
I stand my ground,
Okay, you do so.
and He's going to obviously look confused, like, what the fuck?
So he looks over. So as you do so, and the salt's just there. The guy he ordered to throw the salt just says in Russian, "Looks like they're clean. They're not with them.
Retro,
No pulse."
yeah. Retro kind of pop up and be like, what do you mean by them?
The the guardsman who appears to be leading them, probably their captain, gestures towards your campfire, and says, "Mind if we talk somewhere a bit more quiet? My
He,
men have been my men my fellow guardsmen have been scouting around, finding
I
your
was
fire."
about to make breakfast. Emotions. And we could do with, and honestly, some guests don't hurt.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
like, his hand is resting on a sword, and he's wearing his tabard.
And
Sort of-
obviously, and I'd imagine it's pretty obvious that Xeris is a fucking war mage, considering his garb.
Yeah, you're wearing Not exactly. You're wearing the one for your house,
Yeah, House of
House of
Lancers.
Lancers.
Yeah.
And by the way, the last thing he says, like before they get to the fire, is, by the way, ignore the. No. How do you like your eggs? As he just walks over.
He just looks at you a bit and for a moment and through his helm and just says, "It's fine. We have our own. We've brought our own. Not eggs, but food.
Yeah.
We just haven't had a good place to sit down and eat."
And he motions and ignore the circle. We were attacked last night, and I had to use a powerful spell.
Hmm. You do, all right? He nods, and the other four other guards. One of them, who appears to be brandishing the holy symbol of Freya, appears to be who's also in full plate, carrying their own gear. Sort of approach underneath the tree and sit down their stuff.
He looks at the worshiper of Freya,
Priest, it looks like.
priest of Freya, and does a common greeting between Norse worshippers.
Hmm.
Greetings, greetings unto you.
He, the guard sort of just looks at you and
He has his tentative tear open.
yeah, he has you see as he begins to motion with his hands some things, and you can barely hear it from underneath the clanking of his armor as a slight glow appears over your head, and he says, "Ah, you're not easy. Okay, good. Making sure
I'm not what?
infected.
I have a surefire way to burn away disease.
Yes, that I can tell." As the other guards begin to, well, as per tradition for Erytherians, with them being the guests, they are the ones to bring the fire. As they set down their lumber and their tinder and the such, and begin and start. As the fire begins, the others deem it necessary to remove their helms. The leader of their group appears to be a Triton, probably in his mid 30s, mid to early 30s. Uh, he appears to have golden, or not golden, yeah, he appears to have black hair and rather sharp physical features. Uh, the rest appear to be human, except for the priest, who appears to be uh, a half elf. Uh, though you notice on he appears to be missing an ear and has a rather nasty scar across the side of his cheek. Uh, a la the oh god, what's his fucking name again? DC hero has a big scar exposing his teeth on like one
Johnny
side of his face.
Hex.
Huh?
Johnny Hex.
Johnny Hex, almost akin to that of Johnny Hex.
And
And
and so I'm sorry everyone, but I'm going into like Nordic rituals. As the host, he brings out a bottle of booze and starts passing it around
hmm,
to the guests.
the priest sort of looks at it and nods, and gestures towards his colleagues. Like, hey, they brought the water.
Ah,
Well, this
Yeah.
motherfucker can't drink, well, or get drunk. He just motions to the warforged.
They can't. Well, they're not one to judge. You see and in terms of the half elf, she is a female half elf who has a full sort of buzz cut hair. very pale skin. One eye is a little bit milky. The other eye is completely clear is completely clean uh with a brown, with a brown with a pupil, brown colored eyes, whatever.
Yeah, irises. That's I think.
Irises, yes, thank you.
And
The
he actually mentions you must have quite a story to go along with that lovely march.
She just sort of narrows both eyes at you and says, "A recent one.
Hmm.
Let's not start with unpleasant stories."
Fair enough. As starts pulling out more booze.
Yeah, and Radek's gonna continue working on the plethora of weapons to see what runes he's gonna end up getting, like seeing how he was
Uh,
working on that.
and to kind of add to the hospitality, and finally remembering that Ratchet's a blacksmith. If any of you need your weapons sharpened or tended to, we have a very skilled blacksmith. As he puts his hand on the on Ratchet.
Yeah, Racho will just pipe up like, I actually have started working on assortment of weapons of sorts because it seems that I have a unique crafting magic that it seems to create random runes. I'm seeing what runes I can get with making a particular batch of weapons. Make like, but I also can make very strong magically plus weapons too on a chance.
And we
Alright,
also have a skilled enchanter as he motions towards
Junior.
Yeah,
Junior.
Junior is specialized in making general like enchantments that are guaranteed.
And for me, well, if
You
you
are
need
very quiet.
something, well, if you need something gone, that's typically when people call me.
The
Let's not
captain,
offer them assassinations, he says jokingly.
That's why I said something, not someone. There's a difference.
the captain says, "Well, your talents will surely be appreciated with what's been going on." Which I should probably clarify. I take it you're coming from Hamar. You're certainly not coming. You don't. It doesn't look like you're from your locals.
He reaches into his shirt pocket and pulls out his Seven Nobles badge.
Hmm. Guild makes sense.
Yeah. Though, I admit I'm also here on personal business, but with that in mind, have there been any other war mages in Gustav recently that you know of?
One's currently residing in Gustav. Or at least they think she's a war mage. They're just guessing based off of what happened when as of recent.
I
It's
happen
Mhm.
to know.
they're guessing that she is a war mage due to what has happened as of recent with her, how she's been able to defend herself.
Fair enough.
And Alistair just prepares breakfast.
Well, if you'd happen to know where she might be staying, then that'd be appreciated.
Hmm. Ooh, first things first, we should inform you what's been going on in Gustav.
Of course.
They've been. They asked if you heard the roar this morning.
I did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah.
Things are going crazy. They don't exactly know what's going on, and I mean, considering that you probably would have brought it up.
He actually tells the story of what he's been told.
All right, make for me a deception check.
Yeah, it's wild magic surge been hitting the ley lines lately. It should be harmless, at least as far as we're aware, anyway.
All right, 11. Actually, with advantage because
14.
Zaris is helping, so 14. So it sort of looks that must be some weird wild magic then. But after that, just this bunch of creatures appeared out of nowhere. Horrible creatures. They've fought the occasional yeti and a few bandits and conjured creatures, but nothing like what they've seen as what was seen as of recent. Some mass of cloud and light appeared and almost killed a good chunk of their men.
Mm.
Fortunately, thanks to their priest, they were able to, well, ward it off. But they don't know where it is, and they've been tasked with ensuring with scouting ahead and to see where it is. That being said, they've also
Um,
been informed to bring in any people who are outside to come into the city.
well, luckily for you, well, well, congratulations. We're going to make your job a lot easier because we're going to the city.
Yeah,
Good.
that's our intended destination, and we're bringing in supplies too.
There are also these creatures. They resemble insects with like bat-like wings, but when they tore into them to, try to dispose of their bodies piece by piece, uh, they found that they were more akin to that of plants. They don't know if you've
Uh,
encountered them as of recent, but
you two, like, he just points to the circle. What do you think we dealt with?
uh, that's good. You're
Best
still
way to,
alive.
and best way to deal with it is necrotic magic.
Necrotic magic, and if they're still alive, if they're still alive and in a group, try and figure out which one of them is the leader.
Mm.
Take them out, you take the whole group out.
They've been trying. Yeah, they've been having difficulties trying to burn their bodies, so they've been having. So they've had the local priest, another local priest, preserve the corpses so that way they don't rot or freeze over.
Yeah. Well, from what we've noticed, that narcotic seems to destroy their bodies for good, to not do any harm. Acid seems to have quite an effect on them too.
Their alchemist will surely have a heyday once once they get wind of this information. If you ask me, so yeah. That being said, uh, yeah, it's only been getting, from what they've heard from some survivors who have escaped from down south from the local villages, south of Gustav, it's worse. There, there are mentions of creatures that move like shadows and that fight like kill like dragons. Only more sadistically, if the rumors are to be believed. Some of them being just masses of flesh and teeth and eyes. I don't exactly know what they are, but their local mage has the town wizard has told them that it's very likely an aberrational not tethering, aberrational oh aberrant sorry, it's an aberrant excuse me. It's an aberrant flow where creatures that from the far realms may be randomly appearing in the material realm. But that's just a theory, and they guess it's probably due to some stupid mage that's been experimenting a bit too much with their magic, which they shouldn't be doing because they're getting close to Apivici, where a lot of people are allergic to most forms of magic. So it's not funny.
Yeah.
of the guards mentions how he has a sister over there. Another mentions how he has his father came from there, and his allergy skipped several generations, so he was able to get a job down here to support them. That being said, overall, the captain sort of redirects the conversation back to focus. That being said, local stalkers have been helping out with with defending the town, but they've also heard wind of some stalkers, unfortunately, resorting to banditry, taking advantage of the situation. So, as he sort of reaches into his pocket and hands you one of you, I guess in this case, because you appear to be the leader, Alistair, he hands you what appears to be a wooden talisman that has the same crest on it. Just keep that on your person, and if they ask for identification, show them the badge. They'll know that that we sent you over. That you're clean. So that way you won't be secluded in an area for a few days, just so you can skip out on that whole process. Few people in that fight got sick, and well, the effects have been rather terrifying, to say the least. So, thankfully, none of you got any blood on any open wounds or anything.
Like,
Mhm.
like I got scratched up, but thankfully he makes his armor appear and he knocks on it.
As
Man,
expected of a iridescent cross knight.
as for
The
me,
Continue.
well, as for me, I may not bear much armor, but again, skills are a lot tougher than mine.
I look over to Ratchet. I figure blood getting in his veins, it will not be too much of an issue.
I don't even think he has veins, quite frankly.
Benefits of being a warforge.
Yeah, I mean, wiring would be the closest, but that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah. They, sort of, you see as he sort of compliments you, saying not unexpected of a knight of the iridescent cross. The half elf, this heavily scarred half elf, sort of rolls her eyes. It's like, oh, what? You, stalker's jealous of another knight. Ah, we know you. We respect you more than him. No offense.
He's like, like most, I don't fucking care.
Why does that sound very tsundere?
No, he's like, like, hey, I'm the new schmuck.
Yeah, you get it.
I also wanted to ask if enough time has passed where I can actually make my smithing tools check to where I can make more progress on these like plethora weapons.
By all means, please do so.
Okay.
Make your crafting tools check.
Alright. That is a 35.
All right. All right. You managed to make a few. You managed to make a few weapons.
Alright. How many?
Since you were making them en masse, I had to clump them all together and the time it would take. So
Yeah, I'm making a variety and then seeing what runes I'm getting out of the bunch. Like,
yeah. So we'll get to that soon.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah. That being said, one of the guards asks if any of you have encountered any stalkers as of recent on your travels.
No, first time.
Well, don't worry. Not all of them are as grumpy as Tanya. As he gestures over to half elf. And not all, and she says, and not all of them are skilled at keeping you all alive.
You know, you remind me. You know, you remind me of one of my old compatriots before I met this lot.
She narrows her eyes a bit, adjusts her head chin up, looking down at you. Are you flirting with me, foreigner?
Oh no.
One of them tried to
I'm
kill him.
well. One of them wishes they could have killed me. The one I'm talking about, though, was typically the quiet one. Though, whenever he did speak, I could almost swear that he was pissed off half the time.
Eh. One of the soldiers, not soldier, one of the guards said, just chuckles. She's anything but quiet, if you, uh, unfortunately. Mind trading at some point. She then just spits at their general direction, like, I'm joking.
Eh,
Damn,
eh,
Saladin,
honestly, rather trust someone who's loud and obnoxious than someone who's quiet as a mouse.
Yeah, there are days where I miss Saladin. Oh well, he's not. He, unfortunately, most most of that squad is no longer among the living.
They all sort of remain quiet, and the half elf says, eh, well, were you going to apologize? Yeah, so yes, sorry. Bit awkward to talk. God, sometimes I think you're, without knowing how valiant you are, you think you're a priestess of Thor. One of those Tempest priests. And she basically just says something along the lines of a series of swears and insults that it basically translates to, I swear to the gods, if you so much as continue running your mouth, I will break your kneecaps and heal them the wrong way.
Ratchet just says, being like, "Would you like to borrow my hammer to do so?"
And he actually holds out his hand, brings out his kanapo, or you can use this.
Oh
But
my fucking god, I love this.
I prefer company of knees. It's reliable. Also, not cheap. It's silver. Silver
Yeah,
for monsters, steel for humans. Yes, for people. Yes.
If you want, I can
Yes.
upgrade that steel into adamantium for you.
Not necessary. Appreciated, but you better off saving it for the town.
Fair enough.
Should I return back to town, I'll see, and if you're there, I'll see about asking, taking up on that offer.
Fair enough.
As he just smiles, takes out his executioner's sword, and starts sharpening.
yeah. As for my particular interest, I prefer a more practical, personal combat style.
Hmm.
As for me, his eyes start to burn, and he lets his flesh melt away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you do so. One of the guys just shits, no, not literally shits himself, but he freaks out and falls into the snow on his back. And the others just not point and laugh, but they laugh at him a little bit.
Ratchet
As
just
he
come.
stands,
No.
go ahead.
Ratchet
No,
just.
go ahead.
Yeah, Ratchet just comments of like, "Ladies and gentlemen, the bravest warriors in the land."
God
Uh,
damn it.
he lets out a human laugh as he gets up, lets his flesh melt back, and he holds out his hand to help the guy up.
The guy looks towards Tanya, who just says, "Warlock of Vengeance. Don't ask. Go on our side." It just sort of narrows his eyes, okay, and just says something in a basically Swedish. That if you knew it would basically translate to, and guys call, and I used to think you were crazy.
He just smiles. If any of you are worried, I only attack sinners.
Well, yeah, the guards, they, have a chat with you guys. They bounce back, asking like, oh, that's a bit of a loose term. And oh, so you mean if I forgot to wash my hands before taking it down, after taking it off, you have to kill me.
God.
He just looks at him. I'll just kill you on principle.
And he said, oh no, I accidentally left the store on and wasting precious gold. And shut up. The other one just sort of slaps him upside the head. Like, yeah, we get it. Like, you get it. I want to. Seriously, who do you sort of focus? Like demons, obviously, but what else?
He actually goes demons, devils, they. They're they're not as dangerous as the ones I hunt. I look out for the ones that you see in the mirror every fucking day.
One of those is 5 o'clock shadow, the greatest of all enemies.
Finally, someone gets it.
Laughter erupts from them.
like, like he was trying to go. Like he knows that he was trying to go for edgy, but he just could not help himself.
Yeah. The other is just sort of trying, just laugh. Tanya doesn't. She just sort of just stares at you. Overall, they sort of fill you in on some other stuff. The local priesthood has been busy preserving these corpses and have them under lock and key. If you're with the Seven Nobles Guild, perhaps you can stop by and offer your services in aiding them on figuring out how to best dispose of them for people who are not mages and all that.
Ugh.
That's gonna be a bit harder.
Unless you can.
Because if you have, because I think
Wait a minute.
what the fuck am I doing? If you have, what the fuck? Ignoring that. Good roll, by the way.
Thank you.
He says if you, since you mentioned that their bodies would melt very well with acid, they ask if you were to have any acid on your persons, just inform the priests, and he's sure they'd be more than willing to buy them off your hands to hand them to the common folk to defend themselves with.
Remind me, Anity.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it also said that shit like holy water or something would work?
Holy fire, so blessed
That was
fire bombs, or blessed alchemist fire.
Yeah, so
Blessed alchemist fire or blessed bombs.
yeah.
Wait, wouldn't my holy, not holy, but wouldn't my sunblade be able to do that trick?
Kind of, yeah, basically.
Like,
You have to make sure you're roasting it. And it's a sword, so you don't exactly have the most. It would take a while.
Yeah.
It's like putting a heated. It's like trying to cook something with a fire sword. Yeah, sure you can. It's technically doable, but ideally you
it's
want to
not the
get
most
an actual.
practical thing.
Yeah, it's not as fast.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he just goes. Does your priesthood have sunblades?
One of them just sort of gestures, says, to to Tanya. It says, "We have one, but currently in use by local priests for ceremonies."
Well, congratulations as he pulls out his sunblade. You got two.
Are you offering it to them?
He's just holding it out.
Tanya just stares at you. And one of the guards intercepts her and says, "Oh, here, they. How much?"
He just remembers the woman who held that blade. No cost.
Yes. You.
Helga. As he actually turns it to show that it belongs to the Church of Freya.
Yeah. Oh, it's. It must be fate. Alright, the
The
other
woman
lady.
who held this blade was a companion of mine. He died in the line of duty. As he just hands it over to the priestess of Freya.
Hmm. She says that I'm. She says it's a very nice, touching story, but we don't need your sympathy. That being said,
He
we'll make good use of
growls.
it. Eh, that being said, we'll make use of it. Night.
And I am officially removing the sunblade. When
And the
I
way she
first brought
does,
in this character.
the way she says it, the first part of we don't need your sympathy is very, defensive, almost trying to be off on the offensive. Probably figure because stalker knights, they don't have the best reputation. Kind of view you guys as show offs. But you see as her expression somewhat softens a little bit as she looks at the blade. And, recognizing, uh, a weapon that once belonged to a battle sister of battle, she takes it, and as her tone relaxes and softens to actual appreciation.
By the way, she would know it was taken care of with the utmost care and love.
Yeah.
And I told you this. That was his first love.
Yeah.
Yes, he loved a sword. No, I'm kidding.
You'll
I've
ruin the
received it.
moment. Congratulations.
God damn it.
I heard that. Just proceeds to run after.
Good luck catching him.
All right, roll dex as I'm trying to grab you.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
All right.
I
Well,
have
with
a base 40-foot move speed. Good luck.
with that, they
I
give
have
you.
50.
Oh God.
I can
That's
double.
true.
I can get 80 I can get 80. You were saying?
I can get
Anyways.
100.
Yeah, that's true. He can get 100. That being said, if I can just continue from this a
Yeah.
little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Long story short, after exchanging pleasantries, the guard captain tells you his name. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah. What the fuck? Come on.
Name load.
Yeah.
Fuck, come on. That's a very uncommon name.
God damn.
No, not that. Stop it.
I'm shitting you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. His name is Igor. His name's Igor. And yeah, again, just show them the wooden token and tell them that Igor sent you. Igor and his group sent you.
I'm
And
actually
be
getting
sure
my
to
my notes out.
and Be sure if you have anything else to offer in aid. Inform. Go to the priesthood first, then go to the nobles, or go to the local noble. The
Uh,
noble's been busy with battle tactics and organizing troops. So, in terms of general aid to the people themselves, your best bet would be to the churches here, as if given to the noble, it would be more focused on it would be given to soldiers instead.
I see.
Hmm. Yeah. If you want, you can roll an insight check on him.
Will do. Though he will, and I will roll intimidation on this. Take good care of that sword, or else.
All right. Okay, so I got bad news for you. But I'm gonna go for the good news first. Good news is that you read him. You can see that there's a bit of poison in his tongue when he mentioned the noble and how they're focusing mostly on the soldiers instead of the people. That being said, with your intimidation, that fails, unfortunately. But regardless, she says, "I would sooner, or die, I'd sooner, or yeah, I'd sooner let Freya throw me towards hell herself mm, and than be so careless with this."
He just snorts and nods.
And with that, uh, unless
As
there's
I open
anything,
up my notebook, so
Yeah.
yeah. And with that being said, is there anything you want to give them? Any other gifts? Weaponry, armor, information?
Stone the logic that Gunblade could work. I might, if I may make the suggestion, perhaps you could just bless an alchemist fire or some such.
Priestess sort of nods and will be sure to keep and says, simply that she'll be sure to keep that in mind next time they find a good place to. Or once you leave, she'll start doing the rituals.
Right.
Yeah.
They give you directions towards Gustav, so no checking is needed. And they direct you towards a road that they had went off of,
Yeah.
but should lead you will lead you to Gustav so long as you're going south.
Yeah. Basically, I imagine it's probably the way that they were coming from, essentially.
Yeah.
Consider it.
All right.
and I have it written down now.
Noted. And
As
mhm.
he just gets on the, just starts getting to the carriage.
Yeah, Zerus will effectively hop in back with everybody else and keep himself ready.
Yeah.
All right. Noted. And with that, you make your way towards Gustav. Its stone walls are almost monolithic. Bit more than you were expecting compared to Hamar. It's a lot more fortified with spikes protruding from the ground. Stone, most of them wood, some of them stone, some of them ice. Let's see. You see guards standing at attention at their posts on each of their towers, crossbows at the ready, loaded and prepared for any sort of trial to come.
I hold out the wooden coin. Says Igor sent us.
After a brief exchange, after a brief exchange, you informing them of your name, you informing them of your who you are and why you're here, or that you have or whether or not, or what do you tell them in terms of why you're here when they ask you that?
Oh,
We are on a mission from the Seven Nobles Guild.
and we
Mission from the Seven Nobles Guild, and we also have supplies for the town.
Hamar?
Yep.
correct.
And he looks directly at him. For the people.
Right. He sort of looks at it. Right. They'll need it considering their what's been going on as of recent. Where are my manners? Where are my manners? Come in.
Thank you.
Food's hot and our home's warm. Just make sure you don't. Just make sure to pay a visit to the noble, to the local nobility afterwards. He'll need to speak with you.
We'll do so after we pass out the supplies.
Yeah, once we deliver the goods.
Yeah. Specifically, you're told to go to a person who would then, start distributing them through the local churches.
Yeah.
Yeah. I imagine that's easy enough for y'all to deal with. So Zeris is going to take this time to essentially break off, and he will then ask the resident guard. I heard tell that there was someone who was assumed to be a war mage here. Would you happen to know where they're staying at the moment?
Yes.
You're just told don't cause too many fires.
You just get a thumbs up from him.
He sort of looks towards you, notices your regalia, and says, you kind of dressed like her. She's in the guard. She's in guards. Guards home. The guard quarters. Took job to aid. Should be able to. Might actually be out on patrol, but if she's anywhere, considering what happened last night, she may still be resting. God.
For a woman.
There really can spells, simple ones that just turn your arm into tentacle?
So he just puts a hand on the man's shoulder, and after the shit I imagine he's probably at least seen the fucking spell that this guy's talking about at least once.
Make for me an Arcana check.
Excellent. That's a 24!
24. Only thing that comes to mind, aside from, what is it? It's a second level transmutation spell. Fuck. Aside from a singular leveled spell, or in this case, ranked spell, in game it would be marked as a ranked. Levels are marked as a ranked spell.
Right.
So, that.
That don't sound right?
No. I mean, there's ways to make like a tendril of wind, but a full-on tentacle. No.
That, typically speaking, a tentacle is a bit more advanced. It's typically a bishop exclusive, you see. House of Bishops.
She must be a very skilled bishop if she was able to spew them out so often. Yeah. He gives you directions, and yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna tell that guy differently.
Yeah.
He's not gonna say anything about it.
Yeah. And with that, yeah, he takes his leave. And with that, I think that's as you make your way towards the barracks, and your allies deliver the goods, the supplies. That is a safe place to end the session.
Okay. I will stop the recording.